I'm joined to QJB, who's watching the game from home in the Tar Heel state.
I see you, man. Looks like a perfect spot for some hoops. What? Legendary player in the game today? This should be a good one. The ball is tipped. Here we go.
The defense is really controlling the pace here. Iverson moves in and takes the floater. LeBron James. The defender is all over him. Super streak. Robinson. Ooh, flub the finger roll. Lottery pick is good for a charge ball. Make it a 3. On fire streak. Doesn't matter how much you won by. The point is, you won, and you're getting close to the next level. Through the wonder of the modern interweb, we've got QJB joining us for the game.
What is going on, Ian? I am here and ready to mix it up. Oh, man. The legend is in the building. Can you believe that?
First score of the game. Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, bricklayer on the job. Street. Ooh, wiggle. Defense is on him like glue. Street.
Curry might get him.
I think it's getting personal. Shot clock lottery pick cuts your opponent's time in half. Ooh, I heard that slug from here. The defense is all over them. It's got to hurt. Street. Take another shot. Mark it for two. The stuffing. You got the superpower pick. Put the game away. Ooh, spicy. Try for a three. That just hurts. Give me that. Curry. No score on the slam. Defense is slowing down this drive. Street. Shaq. Super streak. Curry puts it up. Look at the ball handle. Nobody can keep up with the super speed.
Stephen Curry between.
On fire streak. I heard that slug from here. He shuts down that drive with a rebound. The three does not go down. Put that in the book.
This is going to mess around and be a blowout if y'all don't tee up.
George. See the three. Be the three. Shaquille O'Neal. You thought you were going to make that?
We're seeing some obvious dominance around the rim here today.
Defense is not having it. Supercharged ball coming up. Off the right hand of Steph Curry. Defense is running down that shot clock.
Legs and behind the back.
Lucky that brick didn't shatter the backboard. Defense is on him like glue. He cannot get past his defender. Throws it down the chimney. The old okie doke. Defense is like a wall holding back that drive. Bobbing and weaving. Streak. Stephen Curry.
Steph left him in the quicksand.
In your face! You got the super speed! Run! Oh, bobbing and weaving. Taking it back. Wiggle. Handles.
Stephen Curry torches the defender.
Streak. George. Defense is slowing the drive to a crawl.
Last 60 seconds of the game. Make it happen.
He does not hit the three. Controlling the glass with the grab and pass. Strong D controlling that drive. Tickle the twine.
Stephen Curry getting fancy with the dribble.
Look out below. O'Neal. The defender is all over him. Streak. Defense is like a wall holding back that drive. Clunker from downtown. Money. There's something nice about winning against another human being, right? You can imagine them getting triggered while you move up the ladder.
when we really, really want something, it's hard to wait. An NBA special edition, the Semi-Box State Pack, Marvel's Arena of Heroes.
Hey, what's up? Hold on, I'm trying to. Where's my mic?
Never worried about it, dog. Tim Brown is in the house.
Where is it?
That means getting paid however, wherever your customers are. That means money in your account instantly.
With me on commentary today is NBA Playground Guru and the man with the swag, QJB.
What's going on, everybody? It's the
Yeah,
man of the
what's
hour,
up, everybody?
QJB,
You know who it is.
AKA
It's Rabbit. We are the experts.
Superstar
Don't mind. Stop putting some work on these people.
Look out for
Who's
some
new.
signature moves.
Okay, I got it.
You struck first, extra point.
How you
What's up,
doing,
bro?
man?
I'm good.
I'm out here with Coach Ken, the man who the legend
Take an extra
himself.
point.
And, yeah, man, we up in this tournament.
Brown.
Trying to do some work, you know? I'm glad that you and Game Breaker Droid teamed up, man. Like, that's gonna be a tough matchup, you know what I mean? That's
Will
tough, dude.
Chamberlain.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna. Nobody was really asking me about it.
Butter.
I thought I was
That's
going.
crazy.
I thought I was gonna play. I know.
Water.
Nanotron had asked me, and then I guess Joy he had asked me after him. So I guess they thought I was running with Rambo, but like, nah, me and Rambo ain't talked about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy because I feel like you just were on that like that weird level of a superstar where it's like everybody just assumes when you're too good, like, oh, he must have a team. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation. But yeah, I'm glad you got one because obviously I got to run with my dude Kojak. But had it not be if it wasn't my dude, then it's not even a question. Man.
He
Like,
knocks
I
the
need
eye
to
from
see about Coach
downtown.
10 in my squad. But yeah, as you know, me and Kojak been knowing each other for years. So, makes for a good battle. Damn, dude, were you watching that game that Wallace played with Kraken? That's pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, he had that
Oh, yeah,
clutch block.
game-winning block.
Clutch block.
Yeah, Raw hit that game-winning putback, and then Wallace hit the game-winning block. That was filthy.
Buckets.
All right, folks. This is what it looks like when you got two professionals online against people that don't know that we are in fact professionals. We aren't, but you know, Steve Brown won that dunk competition, man.
Petrovic.
Yeah.
Those Reebok comps.
He chucked up a brick. Oh, great handles.
Oh,
Brick house going up.
oh,
Check
he's
out
gonna
the
get
ball
that.
handle. Leonard. Super speed lottery pick. Table for three.
Okay.
Crossed him up.
You know.
Gotta watch that shot meter. Throttled him. Into the Weiser Norman. He nails the jumper every time. Ooh, clunker from downtown.
Grabbing another rebound.
Crossed him up. Streak. He cannot get past his defender. Did you really try that?
Get out of here. Watch this, pro. Oh, that's a 0. Don't watch it. it was a good idea, or maybe it was a terrible idea.
This feels
Oh!
awesome.
Oh! Take the elbow with you, Johnson.
Check out
Yeah.
the ball.
Game Breaker Joy had hit one of those on me last time I played him. Him and the next they had killed us. Who was I playing with? Oh yeah, I was playing with Rambo.
Full court?
Yeah.
Set up a
Yeah, that was
prayer.
on you?
And it wasn't answered.
Like, I saw he posted a video where he hit the full court 6-pointer. I was shooting full
Oh
quarters
no, it
with
wasn't.
him.
I don't think it was a 6-pointer.
I was shooting full quarters with him, and then I just came up with this crazy idea. I'm like, man, I want to hit the full court 6. So me and him were kind of thing, like trying to be the first one to do it.
Okay.
I think he got one though, and I was like, damn it, Troy. So good.
The three does not go down.
Oh, look at D with the sneaky sneaky. Take that, boy.
They got
Fire
the
all
supercharged ball.
All right, man. Have you seen my new Dunk to Space Jam?
And I think I was watching y'all streams. Y'all was talking about it, but I think y'all missed
All right,
it.
throw it off the glass. Throw it off the glass. I'm gonna double alley-oop it off the glass. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, my bad. Fuck that.
Rebound beast.
I got all yeah.
Defense is slowing down
All
their
right, here we
drop.
go.
1 minute to the buzzer.
It's the way you throw it, not that you can control it. It's just every once in a while, you know how you'll throw it with the overhand on alley-oop, and those ones you can catch and throw it back up for the double alley-oop, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's on Kojak's channel. We call it the Space
That
Jam,
shot was perfect.
and
Take an extra point.
me and Droid were playing, and we saw these noobs do it on accident. They threw it off the backboard. This one. Oh, damn it! Get it up. I can get that thing back up, dog.
You gotta shoot
I
first
was
and
really
ask
surprised I didn't
questions
get that
later.
one
The
up.
shot clock ticking.
But we saw these noobs do it. Me and Droid were like, what did we just see? And so then me and Kojak were practicing,
Raining down
trying to figure out
fire.
how they did it. It's hard, but yeah, it could be done.
Fisticuffs off the court.
Okay, no worries, no worries. This is
So I'm throwing it too late.
No, you're throwing it just fine. It's I don't think we've done it without a fireball.
Okay.
Something about the fireball is how we're able to do it. We catch it and throw it back up. But no, it has nothing to do with you on that.
Wilt the
It's the only way we've been
stilt.
able to figure out how to do it. So every once in a while we get a fireball, we're like, are we gonna go for it? And then we try it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The three does not go down.
But yeah, now that you know what's up, we'll do one. You know what I mean? We'll get a fireball and we'll hit him with it. I'll show you what I'm talking about, dog. That's that new, man.
Pulled off the win. That's how
You
you
know how
move
me and
up the ladder.
Kojak, oh, look at all them donuts for world. But you know, me and Kojak, we're always trying to figure out something new on this game that hasn't been done before, you know? And try to put it out there on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, that's like, it's funny because I was telling Droid, that's how I started my little YouTube channel with this game. Like me and Kojak were out there doing the off the backboard alley-oops and full court alley-oops, you know? We're doing stuff that people haven't even seen before, man. I'm like, I need to post this to YouTube. We need to let the people know. So that's what.
Dozier soars to the rim. The victim of the left hand. Jokic keeping it alive. Brown eventually gets all of it.
Hilarious.
Strong at the rim, but foul is
Alright, I guess Flawless and Kraken, or Flawless and Ross was out here.
defensively. RJ.
My next round is we gotta go up against Rambo and your boy Rambo and Cheese, man.
Oh yeah, that's
That's gonna be a matchup. It's starting to get thick really fast. You got Nene and homeboy Rami. Yeah. So that's gonna be good. And then what after that? It's gonna be one of us four. It's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be dope.
some good games coming up.
Yeah, we got good games coming up, but man, poor Flawless. Like there was a little glitch in the beginning of the game, but everybody's freaking out. They're like, oh, it's glitchy. It wasn't that glitchy, dog. It's just when I had my new controller, and then nobody was expecting that me and Kojak. You know how it is when you play this game. like every once in a while you just get on one of those runs.
Yeah.
And nobody's expecting. And we were just like, you saw the game. Like every time he's passing, I was like, wham, wham, and just getting those steals off and those pushes off. And so sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But we were just running house and everybody's freaking out. Oh, it's all glitched up. We're like, nah, man, that shit was legit. Rewind the tape, man. At the very beginning of the video, I was glitched. I watched Flawless's video and I watched mine in comparison, you know? And I saw that he had the same glitch that I did in the beginning, where it was just like it tripped out. But that was just at the beginning, and then it clicked over, and the game was Gucci after that. But it's whatever. I knew people were going to be upset about losing the first round, anyways. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nobody's happy about losing. I know you don't like. Who likes losing? No one. Like, fuck that. It's bullshit, man. You got saved by power-ups, man. They got lucky, of course. People are gonna be upset, especially if they got blown out too. But yeah, I threw up on that message when Flawless blew out Kraken. And I was like, oh, it was a blowout. And he's like, you're that, and I'm like, I didn't say it. I actually was listening. I was watching the game, and the announcers at the end of the game like, this was a blowout. Like, they should have came with better talent. And I was like, oh shit. So I had to message them like, it was a blowout. I didn't say it, man. Your announcers were talking about you, man. It wasn't good. He was all types of mad. You're a little bitch for saying that, Revan. No, man, that was what your announcer said, man. Rewind the tape again. If you watch that game on the playback on Flawless channel, you can hear the announcer say that at the end of the game. It's hilarious. I was like, oh shit, you think called it a blowout. It was dope that. No? Catch him and stuff, whether he's gonna play or not. You know, I don't even care who it is. Put somebody in front of me. I don't even care. But, yeah.
I was surprised that Kojak was using Curry. Switch up that player.
Yeah, we were switching up on everybody. We were playing for like weeks beforehand, playing with dudes that weren't our dudes, just to throw everybody off. They get comfy and shit. Like, what? These guys will never know Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. What's going on out here? We were like, let's just go out there and just dink around, you know? And then when it's game time, yeah, I'm like, we were talking about it. I'm like, you should be Steph. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, we never used the greats, you know? So, yeah, he just went out there and balled out with him. And I'm like, I tried? Yeah, that's pretty funny. You like how we dressed up our dudes? And we're like talking shit to everybody. We're like, we're gonna dress for the party? We were talking about this beforehand. You know me, I came up with the idea, and I'm like, we're gonna look swaggy as fuck in this tournament, dog. We're gonna be the best dressed out there, bro. We're gonna be like, bam! Oh, look what we're working with over here, man. You know how I do it. I got to, bro. I'm a bartender, man. I gotta represent. Throwing parties, what I do. Yeah, that shit about, okay, let's talk about it. Now that we can talk about it, some Patty Mills stuff, right?
Okay.
Right. We're, like, our little channels, Patty Mills not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and throw homie under the bus, but I heard what you're saying. You're like, how are you gonna be crying? Dude, that's what I'm saying, dog. Yeah. And try being me. I'm the manager of a nightclub. I got a nightclub to run. The club's all packed down. They're talking about, I got an NBA player in the back crying. I'm like, what? No, that can't be real. So, and I go back there, dude. When I say crying, I'm talking about like ugly crying. You know that next level of crying? Dude, like it was bad. And like we're talking about like, as far as I know, that's not even a girl. I don't think he even ever got some. Or even if he did get some, what you crying about? You're an NBA player. You could pull tons of girls. Like you, like me and you were talking about that. It's a lot easier to talk about it than it is to write it in text, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with some Luka. Boom. But yeah, dude, like you said, he's in the NBA. Shouldn't he be able to pull? Well, I could break it down to you how this works because there's levels to this game. There always is. You know what I mean? And I can tell you this, But what you said, well, he's in the NBA. Should he go up 100%? I can tell you this. I got some friends that are black. And they're like 7 feet tall, right? And they just so happen to be 7 feet tall, 6'8", 6'9", and so they're in my club and they're my homies, right? But all the NBA players in there, so girls just automatically assume that they must be in the NBA too, and they get mad girls that way.
Today is NBA
I'm like,
playground
dude,
guru.
these girls think he's
And
like,
the man
yup, and I'm like,
with
so
the
you? He's
swag,
like, yup. I'm like, ah, my dog.
It's great to be here, Ryan. Let's
So,
get it.
the girls don't know
Oh,
that, man. They're
man.
coming
We've
looking for
got a
NBA
legend in
players,
the
and so my
contest.
homeboys are like, that's the club I want
First
to hang
numbers
out
on the
at.
board.
That's what's up, dude. And then,
Defense is
yeah.
all over them.
Yeah, but also when I said like homegirl was fine, I wasn't kidding, man. It's like she was super fine. So you have to remember, when you're on that kind of level, like everybody's trying to get at you. So they got to kind of be picky and choosy who they mess with. You know what I mean?
To the glass and
Yeah,
passes it.
But when you're super fine, you got to think about this. When you're super hot, you don't get to mess around with dudes too often because you know they're not going to shut their mouth about it. Everybody's going to do some telling. Oh, I hate that. You know, I did this. So they got to deal with that crap. So they have to be really picky and choosy because if they just mess with like huge leads, then everybody's like, oh, she's this, and everyone wants to talk about it. You know what I mean? So they got to keep that shit on the DL big time.
Curry.
But yeah,
Oh, brick house going up.
here we go. Here we go. I'm Doncic, busting threes.
He chucked up
Oh
a brick.
my! What the? That was crazy, man. That
He
was
does
in
not
the
hit
in
the
the
three.
corner. I don't know what happened there. Okay,
Strong
I'm
D
Luka
controlling that
Doncic.
drive.
He's Anthony Davis.
Super
And
streak.
I'm legit airballing some shit.
Watch your ankles.
There you got it.
I glitch it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
Fire streak.
On fire streak.
Russell. Oh, he got clobbered. Ooh, clunker from downtown. A rebound and passes it out.
Nice block.
Oh, what?
Taking it back.
Give me that. We're gonna do a redo
Anthony
on that.
Davis.
Folks. Oh, I'll give you that. We're gonna redo it again.
The
Almost
defense
high.
is really controlling the pace here.
In a one-sided
Nice
game,
defense, though.
they were just
Bill?
proven wrong. You can't keep up with that Curry crossover
No.
combo.
Oh, what?
Now butter roll.
Smoking.
Your
Nope.
opponents are cursed for a limited time. Take advantage of it. The shove. He eats the glass.
Squeezing the ball all day.
This guy an ice pack. Kids to bed already.
Okay, dang it.
That
Okay, we gotta let
gives
this
you
smoke
total
kill off of us so
accuracy
we can
for
throw
one
that
shot.
face jam.
Better
We got
use it
fireball
wisely.
coming in. You feel me? Alright. Alright. There you go, there you go.
Chuck
Okay,
the brick
okay,
at the
good man.
basket.
Alright, so you're gonna throw it off the backboard. And I'm gonna throw it back up to you, alright?
Streak. Curry pulls up for the shot.
Get it, get it. You guys ready?
Defense is
You guys ready
slowing
for
down
the
this
face jam?
drive.
Here I come. Oh, no, no, wait up. Oh, no. Dig it. Oh, that's all good.
Defense
We'll
is
get
on
it,
him
you
like
folks. Let's go
money.
here.
Stephen Curry with his
Okay,
signature shot.
18-18. We're about to turn it on.
Slipped right by.
I feel sorry for you.
Luka
Oh,
man.
fantastic handles.
You can't keep up with that
What are you
Curry
doing, Steph?
crossover.
Controlling
Oh,
the
what are you doing,
airspace.
Steph? Oh!
Rebound beast.
I knew Pro was gonna get
The
that.
rebound and pass.
Bye. Dude, having my new
Stand still
controller
when
is
you've
so
got the
nice.
super speed.
My left analog used to have me drifting like this. I was like this, just up here stuck all the time, dog. Now I can hit up all my little moves and shit.
Keeping it alive.
Get out of here.
Sure say he's on your channel, but you ain't looking at the comments.
2 for $1.
Oh, when he was on my channel? Oh, right now?
Yeah, he just sent me a comment.
He
Oh,
cannot
fair
get
enough.
past
I
this defender.
don't have my comments. I can't see them right now. I'm gonna pop on
Bill Russell.
phone action.
Bricklayer on the job. The defense is
Oh, look at
all
that
over
pass, dog. I got it. Nope, I don't got it.
Gotta watch that shot meter.
Another rebound. You gotta control the boards.
Eight.
He has handles. Oh, Dougie Brewster!
You guys are gonna do it in states. You know how to use
Stephen
them?
Curry. You thought you were gonna make that?
Oh, mine. Pokey poke.
Look at the ball handling. Davis. Set up a prayer, and it wasn't answered.
The game is almost over. Who will clutch it out?
Ill-advised slam attempt.
Okay, okay.
Curry puts it up.
Oh, that is adorable. Okay,
Oh,
Steph.
okay.
Streak.
Oh, look at the score, folks. We're down by 2. That's nothing for me and Pro 210. That's nothing. That's light work for us.
Defense is like a wall.
There's a tie game. Are you guys paying attention, Internet? This is how we're going to close this out. Watch. No. Ow. Okay, Steph. You're not listening, Steph. We're trying to close it out. Linda, listen. Yeah.
Put that in the book.
Cash rules everything around me. I get this.
Ooh, he crossed him up.
So lucky I'm not
Bill
pushing
Russell.
around, dog. I would have put that basketball by now.
Defense
I'll
is
take that.
running down that shot clock.
Okay. Go 2.
Oh, the old okey-doke. Defense is slowing the drive to a fall.
Had to hit him with that pump fake action. See ya.
Defense is like a wall holding back that drive. Brick house going up. Oh, put back
It's
dunk.
a 4-court 6. Bust that thing,
Supercharged
dog.
ball coming up.
Bust that thing, dog.
That's 0.
I was like hoping they were gonna get down to G and I was gonna hit it, but I was like,
There's something nice about winning against another human being, right? You can imagine them getting triggered while you move up the ladder.
6 points. Hey, he said Rod did not disappoint with the play and the sample.
oh, I didn't watch Raw's. I haven't seen his video yet. That's where Droid catches samples. You know what? Out of all the samples that Droid pulled off of people, like he sampled me before, and just different little samples, you know. I'd have to say Raw the Night Owl, his natural voice and the way he talks with that. He sounds like he's from the he's got that twang. You know what I mean? Like, what are you fucking with, man? You know, that kind of twang to it. Yeah, and it really sounds good over music. So when Droid was putting beats behind it, he's like, you know, I duck no fade. It's like, ooh, that's nice. You know, got that natural little thing. So, I respect it.
I like that one instrumental he made where it just, I don't know if it's a sample for anybody, but it just keeps on saying yo, 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 or something like that.
Oh, I think that was me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, I didn't know he was gonna sample me on that joint. I was like, yeah, I didn't. He sampled me a few times that I didn't know that he had sampled me. I didn't even recognize my own voice because you know how when you mess with music, you kind of, you know.
Yeah.
So that one that sample he's got where it's like flawless guns. I was like, that one's nice. And he goes, that one's you, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, the way you said it. I'm like, what? Oh, that's me. I didn't even recognize my own thing on that, you know. But yeah. Okay, Mellow, Bill. Who do the people want to see? Oh, I know who I'm gonna mess with. Hold up. I need to deck my dude out over here in some Laker gear. You know what I mean? Where's he go? Where's Drummond? Boom. I need Laker my dude up. Yeah, I'm out here, Droid.
Six, eight.
Otto Porter Jr.? That's dope. Dude, I mean, didn't that fool just go for like 50 last night? Doesn't he play for the Rockets? Is that right? Otto Porter Jr.?
Attention,
sure.
this is
ain't
not
heard
an
much
exhibition
of
game.
I ain't even
You're
been paying
playing for
attention to the
rank.
Rockets
If you meant
since
to play an exhibition,
everybody
don't follow
left.
directions very well.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
no,
the beast on
because
the
everybody
court.
left, right?
He is gonna be killing it today.
Yeah, I'm not
Game
sure. I don't
on.
think it was him,
Let's
but
go.
there's some cat that's out there just balling. He went for 50 last night on the Rockets.
Porter.
Okay, here goes the wingman.
My Spurs, they embarrassed me last night. They had a 30-point lead over Boston, and they came back and won it.
Wait, Spurs?
Yeah.
That was on the Spurs where Jalen went for 60?
Jason Tatum.
Or Tatum, yeah. Tatum.
Shook his man.
Yeah. Yeah, he went for 60 last night. I saw that, but I didn't realize that was on the Spurs, man.
The defender is all over him.
It was good to see LeBron back out there playing
Oh, yeah.
basketball and LaMelo playing basketball. There's so many injuries. I was so happy to see Kevin Durant come back. I'm like, finally, people are coming back, you know?
Boy, does he have handles.
It's been a long season from that COVID action.
He earns another chance.
It's been a long year for a lot of these players. They barely got any time off, and so people are getting hurt, man.
Oh, great handles.
What the?
His aim was a...
Oh, okay. These two silver dudes ain't that bad. They're not trash.
Shook his man. Ooh, cash money. The cursed
I like
lottery
to smoke
pick
it up
makes
with
things
State Farm. I don't even know if that works, homeboy. Oh!
Street. Strong D controlling that drive. Tries to lay it in.
Reversal of score. These
put back
guys
his
don't give
block.
up until the buzzer.
Ooh, bobbing and weaving.
They were starting to lead the
big man
game.
in
Now they're
pink.
coming back in.
Throwing my weight around.
Russell.
Let my man Porter out there do some work on you two souls. I'll take that, sir. Thank you. Oh!
Super Street.
That is nice basketball, folks.
Crossed him up. Defense is running down that shot clock.
Just jumping at everything I do.
Yeah, it's not like you're doing pump fakes. You're just reading the play.
Defense was really
He's
controlling
gonna
the
block
pace.
it. You're like pass it. You know what I mean? You're just like one
It's a
step ahead of
miss.
him.
Follow your shot.
Pump, pass. You're just making decisions out there. What are you doing, GP? Oh, whatever.
With the teardrop three.
That's funny.
Ooh, I heard that slug from here. Mark it for two.
Bang. Porter gonna get this.
Bill Russell. That was one angry slam.
Woohoo!
Loathsome shot
Get
there.
another one.
Controlling the glass with the grab and pass.
Let
He
me
crashes
know.
the board and clears it out
got
to his
you.
teammate. He is a
Oh,
deep threat.
first try. No problem.
It was crazy. The other ones was like 40%. That one was
From the
36.
parking lot.
They didn't make that
funny how
one.
that works. Oh.
Bricklayer on the job. The rebound and kick out to his teammate.
That was pretty good. Pretty good puck. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Drummond.
What?
Embarrassing attempt there. The defense is all over them. He cannot get past his defender.
Ooh.
Cherry picked it. He grabs the rebound and kicks it out.
2-2.
Street. Half the shot clock means half the chances. Peyton.
Dang,
Run,
GP won't stop
run.
hitting. That's funny. decent entertaining. He's got heart out there, Gary Payton. I like you. You got heart, kid. You ain't no Porter Jr., but you're alright. You're alright.
Oh, the old okey doke.
Oh!
Ooh, it's getting personal. He
Trying to
pulls
bully
down the
him a little
rebound and
bit.
passes it off. Super streak.
See, I've been holding off on bullying him. He's trying to get him kind.
Defense is on him like glue.
This guy.
This isn't darts. You gotta hit the bullseye. Bada bing. He got wrecked. Splash. Russell. Grabs the board. Look at the ball handling. Boy, does he have handles.
1 more minute to play. Better get
big
it
man
done
move.
now.
Peyton. He got thumped.
There you go.
Oh, they can leave it. Defense is slowing down this drive. Super streak.
Shit.
Oh,
Dude, I
man,
face
that
planted
lead
so
is
hard.
growing. Can't let him pull so
the
far
hell?
ahead. That point difference isn't
That
out
was
of
crazy.
control yet,
Yeah.
but you don't want to play catch up.
No.
The bottom. Drummond
Face.
with the teardrop three. Bill Russell. Shove. The attempt goes wide. Porter. The defender is
Oh, that's messed up. Put me on the floor like that.
phenomenal game. You are creeping up the ranks.
Good game, fellas. Keep moving.
To feel your best and look it. By using Just for Men shampoo and hair color, eliminate gray in 5 minutes. It's time to look forward. Just for Men shampoo and color. The Sportclips MVP experience on Russian
Yeah, hopefully Kojak will be able to play in, tonight. Otherwise, we'll just have to run it tomorrow. Ain't no thing. I respect Droid for what he's trying to do. But, dude, like I said, I've been running nightclubs with a whole staff of employees. I couldn't imagine trying to round together a bunch of basketball players that have jobs and stuff and try and get them on at the same time and organize something like this. You know what I mean? That's it's a lot of work. And so I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm just going to show up. I'm just a talent. You know what I mean? But I definitely know how that goes because even myself, I've been working a grip lately. I've just been trying to slip in games when I can, Sometimes I got to make that money. Like, I don't know what's going on where you're at, but over here in Portland, Oregon, like, the COVID action's actually, like, we're the worst in the nation right now. And I'm like, what? I thought people was getting better, and I thought we were getting some vaccines going on, but for some reason, Portland, Oregon, out of everywhere in the U.S., is the hot spot, which means that we fell back into bars and nightclubs would get shut down, bars and restaurants again. And I'm like, what? So that's why I'm working at this little bar that has like video poker, so we get to stay open a little bit during this stuff. And, but my club action, I can't even do what I do for a living, bro. I'm a nightclub bartender. You know that. And, and right now, bars close at 11. So like, you know what I mean? Clubs don't even get busy till 10 o'clock till 2.
Yeah.
So the whole downtown nightclub scene, that's still dead right now. That's still not a thing. In the meantime, I'm bartending at a restaurant bar, because I got to have a job, but I'm still waiting. And and COVID's so bad over here, they're talking about shutting that back down. I'm like, what? I need things to get better, because like, you got to think about this. It's like, as a bartender, remember what it's like when you went out to a club Or I'm talking about a nightclub. That's a whole nother bar, you know? Where it's like a sea of people, shoulder to shoulder type of situation.
Yeah.
Like, when are we going to get back to that, bro? Think about that. That's what I'm talking about. When are we going to get back to that? When I have 150 person capacity and I've got 300 people packed into one little place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that vibe. That's what I do, bro. Isn't like that's what? Oh man, it freaks me out every time I talk about it. Dude. That's my career, buddy. Like you saw, I'm a professional in this, and so like, yeah, this COVID is fucking up everybody's lives and stuff like that, and everybody's working well. But my career is still on pause right now. Like I'm like legit worried because I'm not getting any younger. I only got. It's like playing sports. I only got a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
You can't be old and ugly. Like to be a nightclub bartender, you got to be good looking and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like every year I'm wasting. I'm getting to the end of my ropes right now. I'm like, damn. So yeah, it's a very, very scary time for me. So, but it is what it is, and I remain positive and keep working hard. In the meantime, I figured there's this little local bar right by my place, and because they got the poker machines inside, I was thinking during this COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
Dude, they got a couple little C spotters and B spotters running around. I might just, you know, my little vacation over here. And all these local girls are like, "Oh man, you're so fancy." I'm like, "Oh man, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy, man." If you was here right by me right now, dog, I'd show you my Rolodex. I'm like, look at all these pictures of these titties. Now you match up to the girls that are in here right now. Check this out. You be like, what? And I'm like, yup. Which one? Like, I got 3 sets of boobs. Now you get to decide. You get to figure out what girl they belong to that are in here right now. I move quickly, man. I've only been working there for a few months, and I'm like, ooh, I better chill out a little bit. You catch a reputation real fast. Oh man, it's already kind of happening. Once they start talking to each other, one was bragging to the other one that I had already been. One was from the past, you know, from a few months back.
Yeah.
And one was on the more recent. And she goes, "Yeah, this girl started talking to me at the bar, like tell me how she used to sleep with the bartender. He's such an asshole because he doesn't call her no more because she still wants to get down." And I'm like, she's like, "Oh yeah." It's like, "Yeah, his name is Michael." And the girl's like, "Well, I didn't tell her." I'm like, "I got the same story, bitch." You talking about that Michael right there? So she tried to hit me up with this girl was telling me, and I just gave her the shoulder shrug emoji. And she's like, "You're not supposed to be so casual and cool about it." I'm like, "Okay." Who do you think you're talking to, man? I'm like, "Oh, you heard some stories?" You know. She thought I was going to do the freak out thing, you know, like, wait, who said something? What'd they say? I don't care. Go ahead. Probably true. Tell you what I did? Did you guys compare notes? As soon as she was talking about me, you were like, "Yeah, that's him, all right." Oh, that's funny. Team Best Max.
Yeah,
Get you some.
He was just on my stream.
Was he?
Yeah, I know he was. He was just saying, I guess, hey or whatever. I guess he left. I guess that's why he's not playing, because he was watching me play.
Okay. You guys look like they got some bronze action going on over here. I know you ain't got no bronze. You want to hit him with some Charles Sprewell and Allen Houston type situations?
Yeah, we can.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, do you remember us? I don't know if you had noticed, but I was playing with Kojak, right? I was playing against you, and I don't remember who you was with, right? I think he was Nanotron, and you guys were running house on us. But we had some back and forth. And then, what'd you do? You did something. You picked Penny. I'm like, oh, he thinks. So like, cause I'm like, he remembers that Penny's my dude. And I'm like, so I didn't know if you know, so I hit you with T-Mac the next game. Isn't that your guy? See, I remembered, bro. And so, but that other game, when you hit with Penny, I'm like, all right, let's go to San Antonio, dog. Let's get some Duncan and Gianobili. And then we got our butts kicked. And I'm like, dang, that sucks. I'm like, let me get him with some Mac. I'm like, you ain't coming at. But yeah, your man, now he's your deal, Patty Mills. He's a nice dude. He just, he's actually a really, really cool cat. And for some reason, because it's like, when he played on our squad, he was kind of at the end of the bench. Like, he got some PT, but it was like off the bench just a little bit. But you wouldn't know that the way this man walks into a room. I'm telling you, dog. It's like, when he walks in, see, like, yeah, we're talking about his dreads, right?
Yeah.
So when he played with us, I think towards the end of right before he got traded to San Antonio, he might have been growing them out. But here's the thing: me and Patty were like such good friends. We're not super tight, but he just knew me because he came to my club all the time. So when he got traded to San Antonio, he would still, whenever the Spurs were in town, he'd go, "I know exactly where to go." Boop, and so he'd bring the dudes all out. Right? And so that's why when I still see him when he's on the Spurs. So anytime he's in Portland, like right now, if this pandemic didn't exist, if San Antonio was playing Portland, I would literally be like stacking up my girls and putting everybody in places because I knew that there's a chance that Patty Mills, he's going to probably hit me up, shoot me a text. He's like, yo, where's this spot at? I already got it set up. You got me on the VIP? You know I do. Boom. And then little Patty Mills, when he walks in the room, all the players are rolling with him. Like, he's the star, you know what I mean? I don't know how he does it. He's just that dude that's like, he's hilarious and he's funny. He's like, hey, you guys, come on over here. You know, he's just the life of the party. You know what I mean?
So who from San Antonio was he getting out to go to the bar? Because I'm still curious, like, for who's from San Antonio that
right,
was...
100%. Right. So here's the thing. He didn't get LaMarcus Aldridge to come out. I know LaMarcus Aldridge. He's a friend of mine. I've met him before. Yeah. Yeah. Come on in. What's up? Okay. Thanks, Bon. Okay. All right. Okay, so I got a LaMarcus Aldridge story for you. We'll put that on pause for a second, though.
Okay.
To answer your question, though, when Patty Mills would bring out the Spurs, he brought out not no one. Like a bunch of players that I didn't know.
Okay.
For else.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he was bringing out Tim Duncan. I never saw Tim Duncan's ass out.
Yeah, I know Tim Duncan ain't getting up.
Yeah, no, like same thing like I was saying about Brandon Roy. I never saw Brandon Roy. He came to my club once on New Year's Eve. And he came to my club and he literally rented out the whole upstairs and each table was like $500. And he bought every table upstairs and bought a bottle of Dom Perignon, which is $500, like I think it was $300 bottle of champagne at the time. He bought a bottle of Dom Perignon for every table, and that was for all the Blazers. So as the star, think about that. How dope is that, right? As the star on the team, he goes to his teammates. He goes, "I'm gonna take care of us tonight. I got this. We're gonna go out to a club and this and that." And he set him up with a table. He set him up with each bottle of Dom Perignon, and then he just bounced. He didn't even give a shit. And I was like, I never even saw him. But I know what he paid for. He paid for all that and for all the players. And so that was impressive. You know what I mean? The reason why you never saw, my theory was why you never saw Brandon Roy, because he was always in the gym working on his game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where like Lamar, and I always tell this story about the person I saw in my club every weekend was Greg Oden.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, you
Dude,
told me.
Dude, it pissed me off, man. I punked him once. I didn't mean to. I just got frustrated with the dude because you're Greg Oden, bro. And every day the Blazers will be on TV. We're at the club and they're on TV, right? And he's at my club trying to pick up C squad and B squad chicks. And I'm like, you're supposed to be rehabbing that knee right now, dog. We need you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it made me feel, because I'm a genuine fan, it made me feel a type of way. You know, I was just like, and you see that. Now, I was no snitch. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna snitch on my, you know, my clientele. But when I remember during this time when Greg Oden was in my club all the time, you know, he got in trouble on SportsCenter because there he was with pictures of him in Playboy Mansion. He had 2 Playboy bunnies, one on each shoulder. He's taking a picture because he's 7'1", you know. And I get it, but the thing is, and it was all over SportsCenter because they go, look at this, the #1 overall pick for the Portland Trailblazers, torn MCL, ACL, PCL, his knee. And where is he? He's at the Playboy. There's pictures of him at the Playboy Mansion with Playboy bunnies on his shoulders right now. Like, you know, it's just not a good look. And like, nobody cares what you do in your own time, but when you're the #1 overall pick and you got a busted knee, then it's a bad look when you got Playboy bunnies on your shoulders. You know what I mean? And so when that picture came out on SportsCenter, I was like, yes! Somebody told, because I wasn't going to tell on him. But I'm like, that fool, I tried to tell you guys, that fool's in my club every fucking... I wasn't going to snitch, but I told you. I told you. That's not news. That's not news.
Bro, there is a superstar baller on the playground. Look out for some
But yeah, I got a LaMarcus Aldridge story for you.
Here we go.
I might have told you this one. You know, but
Iverson with a quick release.
it was
and
crazy, bro,
score.
because
Take the extra point
I'm a
for a
genuine
first
fan
score.
of basketball like you.
Simmons.
You know what I mean? So this really plays to my advantage as a bartender. A lot of times, other bartenders, they don't know who athletes are. It blows my mind. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know who this is? That's Marshawn Lynch. Are you kidding me?
The old
Oh, never heard. You play football? Okay, you stupid. You know? So it's a good
the
advantage
defense
for
is
me,
really
right?
controlling the pace here.
So with that being said, true story. You know how the lottery goes when the NBA, they draft in the offseason before the preseason,
Abdul-Jabbar.
right?
Yeah.
So we had the #2 overall pick, and we drafted LaMarcus Aldridge. We had also drafted, a long time ago, Rudy Fernandez. But it took Rudy a few years to get here, you know, because he was over in Spain, right? But he was already a superstar in Spain, but
He grabs the rebound and kicks it out.
he came his rookie year was the same rookie year as LaMarcus Aldridge. You know, he was the old, right? So it was the off season, so the season hadn't started yet, right? And all the Blazers come out to my nightclub. So all the girls and all the people were like, all following all the Blazers. So they're like, oh, they always follow them, you know? I was like, oh shit, the Blazers just came through. And I saw them outside, they're all coming out of a limo and pouring in my
He shuts
nightclub,
down
right?
that drive with a rebound.
Then, so they were all sitting in the VIP section, you know? And all the club was almost like, everybody was up in that VIP section to hang out with the Blazers. Well, there was 2 brand new Blazers
Brickhouse going
that
up.
nobody knew about because they hadn't played yet. They had just got, it's their rookie year. It was LaMarcus Aldridge and Rudy Fernandez. But the season hasn't even started yet, so nobody knew who they were. And so because nobody knew who they were, there they were standing in the corner all by themselves. Nobody was even, no girl was giving them the time of day at all, which is really sad, you know? So it was crazy. So think about this. The club on my dance floor, LaMarcus Aldridge and Rudy Fernandez over there, just standing there by themselves. Nobody's talking to them. No girls are talking to them. Nobody knows who they are. But guess what? This did. So I was like, what? So I left my bar and I just stood next to LaMarcus and Rudy. I'm like, what's up, guys? And they're like, how's it going? I'm like, man, how crazy is it? Let me ask you something, Rudy. And so he looked at me. He's like, you know who I am? I'm like, of course I do, dog. I'm like, let me just say this first. I'm so glad you guys are here. I said that to both of them. I'm like, man, LaMarcus, you're going to be dominating this year, man. I've been watching you in college. Glad you're here. Rudy, we've been waiting for you, dog. And you know what's crazy? Let me just ask Rudy this. I'm like, let me just ask you, man. You can't walk anywhere in Spain, can you? You're like too famous, right? I go, you're like, you're like, yep. And I go, is it weird that you're standing in my club right now and nobody knows who you are? He's like, yeah, it's totally weird. You know? I'm like, I bet, dude. I bet. And I'm like, and LaMarcus, now you have to imagine, he's young. He's just got drafted. I'm like, just trust me. In about 3 months, 6 months when the NBA season starts, all these bitches are going to be all over your nuts. And he's like, oh yeah? And I'm like, oh yeah, trust me. I'm like, it's just sad to me right now that nobody knows who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do. So Rudy Fernandez gave me daps. LaMarcus Aldridge gave me daps. Because I'm that dude. Because I did that, boom. Let me flash forward the story. All right?
Simmons.
2 years later, dog. 2 years later. Who walks in my club? LaMarcus Aldridge. and everybody's freaking out. Like, he went up to my VIP section, and all the club went up to the VIP section just to surround him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now I'm the manager of the nightclub, right? So I go up there, and he sees me. He's like, Mikey, and I'm like, what up? And I'm giving him daps. He's like, you in here? I'm like, motherfucker, this is me. He's like, what? You playing this shit? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, dude, I didn't know that. He goes, let me buy a shot of Patron for everybody in the nightclub right now. Because if this is your club, Mike, I'm gonna buy a shot of Patron for everybody in the club. I'm like, I got you. Which was dope. You have to imagine, that's a $3,000 transaction he just did right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm grabbing bottles of shots, right? And I'm pouring them out and I'm passing them out. And I'm passing them out to everybody in the club. And I had the DJ announce it. Look, LaMarcus Aldridge just bought everybody in the nightclub a shot of Patron. The club is closed, so yeah, you know. Here's the thing. I couldn't even barely talk to LaMarcus because it was so busy, packed and surrounded around him, right? But he made time for me, so we were over there chopping it up a little bit. I'm like, let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you something. I'm like,
Was that a shot?
I don't get it. I'm looking him up and down. I'm like, you look like the same motherfucker that I met 2 years ago. The only difference is those big old rocks in your ears and about $130 million contract later. He's like, oh shit. He's giving me daps. I'm like, who told you? Who told you? He's like, you said, but I wasn't expecting. I'm like, there's no, like, I told you, but it's something you would have to experience in your own life. You know what I mean? Plus, I don't even know what it looks like, bro. I can only imagine. He goes, it's stupid. I'm like, I can see that. Look what you're doing in my club right now. So how crazy is that? Think about that. It's like 2 years prior, I'm talking to him and Rudy Fernandez, right? By themselves. Nobody was talking to us. Nobody
Doesn't matter how much you won by. The point is,
2
you
years
won,
later,
and you're getting close to the next
I'm
level.
up in the VIP section, and there's a sea of people surrounding this man. And he's the same dude.
Yeah.
He's the same dude, and because he's the same dude, he remembered me, and because I'm me, and because he's him, we're us. You feel me? And so it's like, it's all daps and like, oh, dude, this is, I go, when I told you that when you was a youngster, I was expecting to be on this level. He's like, I know, right? And I'm like, this is ridiculous, dog. And you know what's even crazier than that? Rudy Fernandez. Like, because I think because he's white, and I think because he had like the tipped out hair. Like, remember he had like the blonde tips in his hair or some shit?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's white. All I know is, again, flash forward a couple years later. I'm at the nightclub. It's Saturday night, and it's packed. Like, packed, right? So I'm doing my thing. I'm bartending. I'm flipping bottles. And all of a sudden, I hear bitches start screaming like NSYNC just came in. So every once in a while, right? Every once in a while, trust me, as a bartender.
So this is not correct. The Clippers are now 43.
Yeah.
Denver's actually ahead of them at 43-21. Nikola Jokic. There, it's okay. Hey, Nikola, Dave Nash, Richard Jefferson. Good to talk to you.
Over, and they were screaming for, it was Rudy Fernandez.
Okay.
And I was like, what? I was surprised, you know what I mean? I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, that's cool and everything, but damn, it's like that? And then same thing, the way those bitches were screaming, they screamed, bro. They're like, ah, Rudy! And I was like, holy, oh, that's Rudy. And then, but Rudy, he's not super tall, but he's taller than normal people. Like 6'7", you know, 6'8", something like that. So he's taller than everybody else. So of course, there's a sea of people and bitches just surrounding this man, and he sees me from deep. He's like, Mikey! And I'm like, Rudy! It's all daft. I'm like, I can't even talk to you right now. You're too famous, dog. He's like, shut up. So me and Rudy actually are pretty good friends. I've hung out with Rudy before. And it's kind of, because I speak a little bit of Spanish, even though he's like Spaniard Spanish. You know what I mean? But he likes to hang out with the essays, so yeah, so.
I'm sure
Players right there that I met and talked to firsthand, and because I was cool with them before anybody else, because I treated them like normal people, is why we were still friends later. Isn't that dope?
Yeah, that's super dope.
Isn't that dope? Like, I love that. I'm not trying to like say, oh, I hung out. I don't care about that. I'm just saying what's super, like, it's just the fact that those two dudes, and they remembered me, bro. They remembered me as being that dude. They knew exactly who I was. I hung out with them all night that night when it was just us three. Fast forward years later, they're like coming up to the bartender. You know, they're feeling themselves. Of course, well, you got to. You're a millionaire now. You're an NBA superstar now. You walk in the club and everybody's like, ah! You know the dope bartender's flipping bottles? Guess what? That's your homeboy. Oh shit! What up, Mikey? So they're just walking to the club, giving daps, tapping it up. What's up? I gotta talk to my dude real quick. That's me. And then they keep it pushing. You know, do their thing. And, that's my role, dog. That's where I come into the party. You feel me? Just a little something. But I love that story because I know the real LaMarcus. I know the real LaMarcus is the same dude that I met at the same dude. It's really sad that like girls act that way when it comes to money and fame. You know?
Legendary player in the game today. This should be a good one.
I need some Rudy Fernandez on this game though, for real.
Bricklayer on the job. Better try something else.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You got the X-ray action going on.
First bucket.
With George Karl. Slide in there.
Cash out, baby. Super speed lottery pick. Handles. The defense is all over them. Bryant.
What you doing? I had your back, Jordan. I had your back. I thought Kobe was about to shoot that.
Shot clock runs down, and the ball is turned over.
Super streak. Shook his man.
Did Game Breaker Joy just call Flawless Lord Flawless?
You thought you were going to make that?
Dang, okay.
Defense is running down that
Oh,
Oh, supercharged ball coming up. Take that shot from anywhere.
okay, you ready to throw this thing off the backboard? Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Oh!
From the NFL draft after the picks were completed on day 3. But we'll start in the NBA. Jumper.
It's those little relationships.
Mavs up 7. No look lob to Willie Cauley-Stein. 20 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds in the first half. School third quarter.
No, I never had LaMarcus Aldridge number or Rudy Fernandez number, but they were more on that tip. Like when they would arrive on scene, they would see me, and I'm like, oh, they like already knew me, so I can get them in the VIP section. I can get them a table, all that stuff. You know what I mean? But Patty Mills is the type of dude who would hit me up beforehand, and because he was still to the Blazers, that's what I'm telling you, dog. So when he would come out, he'd be like, "Oh, we're all gonna be there about 10 o'clock, right? Like we got a game earlier that day, whatever, right?" So the Spurs would be in Portland playing against the Blazers. So he'd bring out like, let's say 4 Spurs players, and then he'd be rolling with like 4 or 5 Blazers too. He'd just call the homies up.
Yeah.
You have to figure they're still all friends.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like if I went to San Antonio and I was playing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So it's kind of, yeah. And so he, surprisingly, in my field of work, he's my golden goose. You feel me?
Okay.
When Patty Mills calls me, I kid you not, it's limos and fucking parties, man. When Patty Mills calls me, literally, I got the VIP section. I gotta clear that joint out because, dude, he's bringing in about like 5-6 NBA players, and they're all millionaires. So, you know, you gotta be prepared for the situations. Yeah. So for some reason, you know, and but if you met him, then you would know why. He's a cool dude. It's crazy because we were talking about it, and I told that story, you know, and then that night I was watching Sports Center, and some random dude had headbutted him. Bah! And the announcer was all like, "Yo, oh, what the heck, man? That's no necessary." Like, how are you gonna hit Patty Mills? There isn't a soul in this world that doesn't like.
He's an amazing player. Does an amazing job absorbing all of it.
How important is it for Dallas to stay out of
Reputation. Last thing you want is to get knocked out. It's not good. Oh, you heard about the bartender Michael? You know, one flips bottles. He got knocked. He was at this club talking stupid. He got lit. It's not good, man. So when you got a name and reputation, you got to kind of be mindful of that. But for the most part, in the nightclub, we're not snitches. My boss taught me that a long time ago. He goes, anything that happens in the club, celebrities, anything else, you can tell stories amongst yourselves, but don't put our business out there. We have like a non-disclosure agreement for it. We make sure that everything's private.
Yeah.
And so I learned that real quick. When I got to Hollywood, down in Hollywood in California, and I was at those clubs, dude, those dudes don't even play. No cell phones, no pictures inside at all. Like they take your there's signs everywhere that says no photos because all the celebs inside. Nobody wants, you know, people taking pictures of some drunk ass celebrity dancing on the table and posting on TMZ the next day. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Isn't Rambo your brother?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, he's not? I thought you had said that. I am softer? That's not the name you want, bro. You feel me? Bro, would you rock that name? There is zero chance. I don't care how you go ahead and chop that up. I'm ever wearing that name. Ever. Ain't nothing soft over here, bro. Who's talking? Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna get weird. I'm gonna give him some of this clutch action. So, you know, I'm always talking trash to Kojak about how he dresses dudes up. You know, Jordan Pro, y'all ready? You gotta go and go play a game, dog. I think you do. But yeah, look at real quick. Look at this belt situation. I call that the mangina right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's that man purse. All right, do you need a dip, dog? Here, we'll get one in.
That one, yeah.
Go do okay. Yeah, go do your thing. But you see the man purse? You're welcome, internet. Now you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it once I said it. Now, every time I just looked at it, I'm like, oh, man, get that thing out of my face, man. All right, let's rush these fools real quick and get out of here. So
I'm joined today by the one and only QJB who's watching the game from home in the Tar Heel State.
I see you, man. Looks like a perfect spot for some hoops.
It's funny, man. George was straight sleeping on me and Kojak. He's like, I thought Boss was going to run house on you. And I took offense. That was in mid-game. That's like talking in my backswing. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I thought Boss was going to run house on you. So then we got to say, hey, can you take it out on Flawless? So this is what it is.
Get this guy an ice pack. Street.
Get down, Jonathan. What?
Super Street.
Oh, they're going to dink around.
Hakeem the Dream.
Here, throw it off the backboard to me and try and throw it back up to you. We'll do this.
Defense is slowing the drive to a crawl. Oh, great handles. Street.
Yeah, it's not easy to do, but...
The setup and the finish.
You gotta throw it early,
100%
but not... Oh,
accuracy
let's
ball
try
on the
again.
next
Fireball
possession.
time. You gotta try and give me just a hint of time to get it further back up. You got it, bro. Here we go.
Okay.
You guys ready? We call this a spaceman, folks. Here we go. Face jam.
Oh, we got it.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Reset, reset. Here we go. Face jam. Oh! Couldn't get back up. No worries.
Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, it's on Kojak's channel though. If you want to see it, we got a little 30-second clip of us ripping it.
It's on his YouTube or the
Stopped
Twitch.
it.
On his YouTube. Yeah, he's got. It's called Space Jam, and we hit it up twice that run. The first time we hit it up,
Super Street.
we captured it, of course, and so you hear us go.
This
Oh, we
feels
can't wait on them to Space Jam.
Strong D controlling that drive.
The heck? Team out here playing defense.
You go
For real, for real.
Man, get on social
Look
media
at
and pay
us.
attention
We got
to
the
the
man
game.
giant going on. It's getting a little weird. Here we go.
Oh, I
It's a
forgot. Yeah,
miss.
that's true.
Follow your shot. Grabs the board and finds the
You
open
ain't see
man.
nothing.
Hakeem the Dream
Nice
with the
defense.
spin and the shot.
He's all over that. New shake.
Greer. The defense
He is
is
softer.
really controlling the pace here. The shove.
He pushes for it, John. How do you even do nothing?
Defense is on him like
Oh!
Howard. Defense is slowing the
Pretty
drive
tippy.
to a crawl. Give this guy an ice pack. He throttled him.
That never gets old for me. I love playing against, I like to call him Nene, you know? That dude always tries to bring riddles at me. I'm like, man, this
Cannot
dude,
get past his
he's really
defender.
trying. So, like, I always got to give him the business.
Score.
He's gotten pretty good at staying away from me, but you know what it is. Also, off the screen, I'm like, wham! And he's like, that was messed up, bro. He's like, how do you catch me off screen like that?
Hold
I'm like,
off the wind.
yeah, I just have
That's
to
how
reach
you
out
move
the
up the
force
ladder.
using the dark side, but he's right about bop there.
Collision coming out of the game. I listened to the post-race talk. It wasn't that really got the worst of that. Essential quality was essential.
I don't think I'm streaming though. Who's streaming this? Because I'm not going to stream it.
Takes